All right, folks. All right, folks. Late homies just gonna have to catch in. Appreciate y'all waiting. Thank y'all for coming through tonight.
Definitely.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So I know most of y'all. So cool. I'm gonna let you go first. That way y'all can get to know my homie, get to know the family, and
All
hopefully some jewels we finna drop for y'all.
right. So, for those that don't know me, I go by the name of Young Crusay. I am the owner and operator of No Heart No Hustle. Um, yeah, I'm from. We're located up in Houston, and I'm one of Jay's sponsors.
Very much so, to the point that unintentionally I have it on right now,
Always,
and the sweatpants,
always.
and I've been on the move since 10 o'clock this morning. It's just how life is with it. So today we put together this webinar, you guys, because number one, a lot of people are trying to figure out, how did I even get this sponsorship? How did we grow? How do we get to this? But also, as artists, as brands and creators, a lot of people are looking to diversify their portfolios and also to create more value for themselves. So becoming different brand ambassadors and partnering with different companies is ways that you can make these things happen. So we decided to put together a webinar, pretty much share our story on exactly how it happened, but then also how us working together is helping us to create the next brand ambassador, if you would, and what companies are looking for as far as being brand ambassadors, what you as artists need to make sure that you are also doing, because it is not a one-way street with this. It's a two-way street, and I want to make sure that you guys are starting to understand exactly the responsibilities that you all have as well when it comes to being brand ambassadors.
Well, I have. Hold on.
Perfect timing, y'all. So listen, house rules are real quick. We are recording, so please put your mics on mute. You feel me? One mic, respect the speaker at all times. If you have a question, please just raise your hand, even on like the little hand button, or you can jump in the chat. The only dumb question is the one that you don't ask. So please use this time, use our minds, utilize us. And let's get right into it. But before we get into it, let's do a quick little roll call. Everybody jump in the chat, put your name, where you from, what type of creator you are, because everybody needs a network. You never know who you're gonna meet, you never know what's going on. And then let me know what type of brand ambassadorship or sponsorship are you.
No, he really didn't. He didn't really say too much, but like I wasn't expecting much, because I told him the first day when he came over, when we first started.
This is why you gotta make sure your mics are mute first, because now we just figured out something about, they just started and that's not where they was going with it. So make sure y'all mics are off, but definitely jump in the chat real quick. Network. Don't be afraid to network. You never know who you're gonna meet in here. And this is literally how a lot of us actually met. So jumping in. Again, your name, where you from, what type of creator are you, and then what type of brand ambassadorship are you looking to get? You trying to get clothes, you trying to get hats, you trying to get jewelry, you trying to get tattoos. Let us know so we know how to give you a couple tips.
All also, right. If you own a brand, please let us know.
Definitely, because we like to work with other people. All right, we got some buzzing. Let's see. We got Jacksonville, but from New Jersey. We got DMV. We got Fort Worth, Texas. We got Baltimore. All right, that's my hometown. We got Philly in the building. Another Jacksonville. All right, Duval coming through. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with each other, because you just never know. So let's get right into it. These are the topics that we will be covering tonight. Creating an authentic relationship with brands that actually fit your lifestyle. How to find brands that align with your brand and your own career goals. The importance of brand ambassadorship and how it can boost your career, as well as the secrets to successful cross-marketing and leveraging each other's brands. I'm gonna break down what all that means. Let's get right into it. What is a brand ambassador?
All right, so getting into just what a brand ambassador is, a person engaged by an organization, a company that represents brand in a positive light, helping to increase brand awareness and sales. So the main thing with that is the positive light part. You know, like it's a lot of stuff that you can do online. It's a lot of things that can be said. I know for me as a brand, I comb through people's social media before I even consider them. When I get the applications for people that want to be brand ambassadors for No Heart No Hustle, a big thing is I really go through their social media. I'm looking up your old tweets. I'm seeing exactly what you was talking about. Who are you following now? I want to know exactly who am I getting involved with. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to tie my name to you, the brand name to you, you need to be out there using your head, so to speak.
Definitely. Think of a brand ambassadorship as almost like another type of job, man. Your representation and what you do on the internet definitely matters. So what is a sponsorship? And I put this in that way you can kind of understand the difference. A sponsorship is when a company commits money or resources to a brand. In this case, you guys are normally artists or bands or other brands as well, in exchange for specific promotional benefits. And those promotional benefits can be social media promotion, product placement. So think about like having a photo shoot or a video shoot and deliberately making sure that that product gets placed in there and gets, showtime or screen time, if you would. Wearing the brand to prominent events or wearing them to different types of shows, whether they're your own shows, your own events, or maybe you're going to a runway show. Mad people, when they go to the Grammys, the first thing they ask is, who are you wearing? All of those things are sponsorships and business deals that are going on behind the scenes. So small things like being able to represent a brand in a bigger room that brand might not be at that time is the value that you're able to provide as a brand ambassador or as a brand that might be sponsored.
Correct. So like a big thing for me, this is like my number one thing. Authenticity is key. I'm really big on how people approach me as a brand, just to even start off the conversation about brand ambassadorship. I don't understand, send me that. Sometimes it's people that just kind of pop out and they like, send me that. What does that mean? Like, you didn't introduce yourself, or music artists, something I get really, really bad. Y'all just send me your music. Who are you? What are you about? Why are you sending me this? I'm going to be honest, I probably didn't listen to it. Like, there's like a 99.9% chance I didn't listen to it. And that's just because there was no proper introduction. And so you kind of got to reach out with your own approach. Like, talk to brands like they're humans. You don't have to necessarily pitch people so hard. You know, they're people too on the other side of the game.
Definitely think like the biggest thing is also building an actual relationship with these people, right? Not just hitting the company up on some, I need this, I want this, X, Y, and Z, but building an authentic relationship, not one that you can tell is definitely on a one-way street or is on some, I need this, I want that. A situation where you're actually supporting each other and you all have goals in mind to be able to excel each other's brand equally. It has to be a quid pro quo situation, but building an actual relationship just makes it not only authentic, but it's easier for you all to work with each other as well. Somebody got a hand? Will, you got a question? Go ahead. You on mute though. All right, I unmute it. You still on mute. There you go.
Hey, okay. What is the ideal way of being approached as a brand?
Well, for me, introduce yourself. Just, hey, my name is such and such. I really do like your brand. One thing that I always tell people, liking my brand is one thing. Buying from the brand is another thing. Because a lot of people come and they haven't even like started wearing your brand.
That'd be great.
Hold on real quick.
And I don't I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so a big thing is, have you already shopped with us? You know, like you can approach me with everything, but have you experienced this brand before you're even like approaching it? So just really going with the introduction, try out the brand first, know what you're getting into, because you could approach a clothing brand and they send you something and after one wash, everything is falling off. So then that turns into a bigger thing. It's a quality issue. You don't really want to push something that has a quality issue. So do your research and definitely then just start off with a proper introduction.
I will also add to that, like when you're doing your pitch, definitely purchase from the brand first and also be able to give like a firsthand account of what you like about the brand, why you feel like you fit. Almost, you know, send them your EPK if you have one type thing. That way they can do proper research on you. Remember, your presentation matters as well to them. You feel me? Like it's like a job. It's a two-way street type thing. So on top of actually utilizing the brand first, being able to give, you know, feedback. Yo, I love how that felt. I like how this looks on this. I like how this lays. Like that's the whole thing of being authentic with it, because you can't sell the product if you've never used it before.
Real quick, can you explain EPK for those in the rooms that don't know?
Absolutely. EPK is an electronic press kit. So think of it as maybe like a PDF or a file, if you would, that will be almost like a resume of everything that you've done with your brand or with your artistry. So a bio, some professional pictures, links to your music if possible, your YouTube videos, relevant singles, if you've ever gotten any type of press, if you've done some shows. It's pretty much like a brag sheet. It can be put into, like I said, EPK. It can be a one sheet. It can be a website, a landing page. Just good to have something, because something is better than just, here's my Instagram. I know we're all in the digital age, but you got to get more than Instagram right now.
Correct.
So when we talk about authenticity, I want you, crew, to tell the story of literally how we began and how we've gotten in 2023, man. It's crazy.
Okay, so Jay and I met at Think and Drink out here in Houston. It was an event with her, Rel Carter, sponsored by Duce and everything. So funny enough, we had kind of just been like exchanging looks the entire night. For those that know me, sometimes I'm not the most approachable in the face. So, you know, rolled up on me, yo, I like this. And from there, that was it. She's like, yo, I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. And I just kind of gave her a look like, yeah, okay, I hear that a lot. No, she showed up the next day with it and then continued to wear that hoodie, another hoodie, like, and literally she just started building from there. That right there really, really showed me, oh, you for real, your word is your bond. Because she said, yo, I'm gonna take you out of here. Like, I got you. And she's really worn the brand. Like she just said, she got it on unintentionally. So it just continued from there. And also us doing a lot of cross promoting, being able to say, hey, this is going down. Can you send this? Hey, send me this flyer. Or yo, y'all are going on tour. Let me send you a few things. Let me send you a box, you know, just doing that and making sure like she's taken care of. She always got the brand on her. And so that's really how this relationship has gotten so big. It's the constant support of each other. It was that day one, yo, I got you, and the actual follow through.
So this picture was actually taken, and I want to say 2020, maybe? Was it right before COVID?
Yeah, it's right before COVID, February 2020. That was the first day.
This is the first day. So boom, fast forward to these last couple of years that have gone on. Everywhere that I go, again, unintentionally, just because I actually like the brand, I like the motto behind it, I like crew. So again, it was crazy because that first night it definitely was some looking across, and I'm looking crazy because I'm trying to figure out whose clothes are these? So in the middle where we were meeting at the time, we were doing a video shoot, and one of the scenes where they were busting through a rack of clothes, and I'm just like, I mean, I know they're doing the scene, but whose hoodies are these? Like, I actually like these shit. So I'm staring and trying to figure out like who's the person behind it type thing. But just off us having an authentic relationship, this is how we were able to blossom to where we were at. So like she said, every time that I'm about to go on tour or I'm out, whether it's vacation, whether it's something working, whether I'm going to a concert just on some fun, whether I'm at the beach, I'm at the museum, I'm finding some type of way to spread the brand. So this is my being able to be a true testament of the fact that like this is not something that you just take for granted. You feel me? Like I had to also make sure that I did my part by one, wearing the brand, but posting it, geotagging it. I got an affiliate code, so now every time you see me post something, and I'm going to post it at the end of this, make sure y'all use the code JYOKO when y'all shop type thing. You feel me? Like it's me becoming engulfed in the actual lifestyle of the brand because this is what I actually believe type thing. Now it's to a point where I wish y'all could see my closet because I feel like every other product is no heart, no hustle for us to the point where I'm hiding my clothes from my girlfriend because she's taking my stuff. I'm hiding my clothes from my mother because she's snatching my hoodies. And then next thing you know, my mom started taking orders and my sister started making orders. And it got to a point one day where I literally wore a hoodie in an introduction Zoom with some guy who I had never met. And then the next time I got on the Zoom with him, he had the damn hoodie on. So I'm just like, oh, like, people are actually watching and paying attention. It's because it's coming off authentic. It's not me forcing it. If anybody's been around me or anybody knows me, my favorite things to wear are sweatpants and hoodies or sweatpants and shorts. That's just how I am. That's where I'm comfortable at. So if I have a brand that fits my lifestyle as a person who likes to be comfortable, who travels a lot, but I still want to be fresh at the same time, and it works for me. So it sells to everybody else as well. It's not like I'm faking with it. It's not like, oh, I'm just wearing this because I got to do this type thing. Like when you actually believe in a brand and once again, also invest in a brand, it comes off as more authentic and you're able to just get a better result, whether it's engagement, whether it's the influence to other people and in the overall making more money for the brand.
Yo, I actually have Shady from Really Honest Podcast. If we could bring her up to speak. We actually, No Heart No Hustle actually sponsors the Really Honest Podcast in Baltimore. So if Shady could speak to exactly how this partnership happened.
Let's do it. They should be pinned. Just gotta come on the screen.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My voice is in and out. So I'm Shady, one of the hosts from the Really Honest Podcast. Like Jay said, like my relationship with Crew started authenticity. I saw her brand because a mutual who's an affiliate posted it, and I was like, they some dope hoodies. Let me click. So she had like a Black Friday sale in 2019, and I bought like a couple of the season 1 hoodies, and then I wore them at home. And my best friend was like, yo, what brand is that? That's not from here. And I'm like, yo, I found this on Twitter and Instagram because one of my folks kept sharing it. And I bought it. And I'm like, I got it in about 4 or 5 days. And we just built, I followed her on Twitter first. And then I found the brand on Instagram. In late fall of 2020, I started this podcast with my best friends. And at that point, they had all been buying stuff too. Because I would always share the post, like if she running like a quick promo sale or not even just a sale, just, yo, she dropped some new shit. This is what she got. And I even started like sharing it with like my female friends who they like you said, they like steal your hoodies and your hats and shit. So I'm like, well, you could buy your own and stop stealing my shit. So it just kind of took off from there with the relationship with No Heart No Hustle in Baltimore and the DMV, because a lot of people would see us wear it. And we weren't just wearing it because she told us to, or because we quote unquote got paid to. I actually like it. It's comfortable. I can call her and be like, yo, I just bought these shoes. Can't find shit to wear. Hook me up. Be like, I got you. Send the payment. I'll have it in a couple days. Or she'll tell me like, yo, I gotta order your size, whatever. And it just start from there. Now it's every damn way. Like somebody's always asking us, is that your brand? Yup. Like that's just the relationship now. Like, yo, you wear that brand all the time. Yeah, that's ours. Like we treat it like it's ours. And I'm always big on like, now that we have not just a business relationship with Crew and No Heart No Hustle, we have a personal relationship. And for me, when my friends have a brand, I wear it like it's mine. I treat it like it's mine. I promote it like it's mine, whether they ask me to or not. If I see a new post, I'm gonna share it in my story. I'm gonna retweet them. I'm gonna share it on Facebook. You know, the motto of everybody eats me. Everybody don't operate like that, but that's pretty much how our business relationship started, from social media with Twitter and Instagram. We didn't officially even meet Crew in person until like a year and a half ago. Like, we met on Zoom. We actually went to Houston randomly for my birthday one year. And I messaged her, was like, yo, we pulling up. We got a link. We've been talking for 2 years in every aspect, but we got a link. You know, let us know where the places to be. Oh yeah, and you just dropped this shit. I need that too while I'm here. I ain't waiting for no shipping. And that's how No Heart No Hustle started sponsoring Really Honest.
Straight authenticity, folks. Just real people, recognizing real people. Be quite honest, you feel me? Like, knowing your brand, knowing their brand, and knowing how they align together, which get us right into our next point of how to make sure you find brands that align with your brand and your career goals. Before you reach out to any company and try to get a sponsorship or ambassadorship with them, you need to know who you are and what you stand for as a brand. You feel me? Think about, the values that you have as far as yourself as a person and or what you stand for. Think about, what you show in your story, as far as whether that's real life, that's social media, if that, whatever that might be. You got to make sure that you know your brand so you can figure out what you align with. You can't be, a person who might be anti-church and then just go try to get sponsored by a Christian brand type thing. Like, that's not going to work. So make sure you take some time to do a little bit of self-reflection first to make sure that you know who you are before you going out here and trying to align with somebody.
And like we were saying, it's like how they basically said they've made it their lifestyle. They wear it all the time. Like, find brands that you can really say, like, this is a part of my lifestyle. Like, this is something that I really believe in. Like, I have something that says hustle harder today for a better tomorrow. That's something that I really believe in. When people see that shirt, they're like, oh man, yeah. Even the one I'm wearing now, where it's the protect your mind, protect your peace, protect your vibe, protect your hustle. That's a thing that I live by. People see that and they're like, man, that's real. So when you're really trying to find a brand, just make sure like that alignment is real, because you don't want to be rocking with something that you can't really believe in.
And when you're finding that alignment, like, make sure you have some type of proof to show that you all have like common values or overlapping, whether that is with your individuality as a person, whether that might be your diversity and who you stand for and what you are type thing, but also like with your social media following and your demographics. Like, be able to show them, like, it looks like your target audiences, people that might be between the ages of 18 and 24. My demographics, my highest 70% of my followers are 18 through 24. So be able to provide that proof to them, because that's another selling point on your side of why you all align more. It's one thing to just be like, oh, we both like Cheetos. It's another thing to be able to show numbers wise of exactly why we may align.
That's facts. That's a big important thing for me. And especially just seeing like who you really are. That's something that I value. Like, yes, for me as a brand, we're all about hustlers, but we have different hustlers that we sponsor. Like, Jay's in the entertainment industry. I have an affiliate that he's a barber, like that's all he does, but all he does is cut in my stuff and everybody's constantly asking him. So I made him an affiliate, no problem. I have a model that we just started working with, and he's like, I'm getting so many questions. So it's a thing where we were able to make that connection, and just because they're hustlers, but they're a different type of hustler. And so that really works for us because that's really mainly our brand. Even though we do love to invest in music artists, those different types of hustlers, that diversity that we have at the core of the brand, like that's what really works for us. We really want to see who you are.
Definitely. So, although there's a lot that you have to do as being a person who is sponsored or who has a brand ambassadorship, it can create a lot of value for you as that person as well. I feel like the number one thing that you get is just an increased visibility. So, I definitely seen over time, and also that comes because we cross promote each other. But anytime that I got a new flyer, or a new promotion, or something that's out, Crew is posting it and always on some like, artists, don't send me your music, get with Jay, get with that. So us being able to cross market each other, she's introducing me to a whole new market that I may have never known of, and vice versa. So you're increasing your visibility, which overall is going to strengthen your credibility type thing. You feel me? Like aligning with a brand that shares your values and your aesthetic can enhance your reputation. So again, it's just being able to say like, I have an actual sponsor. It can boost your image. It can make you seem like you have more authority in the realm that you might be in. Oh, these clothes, this came from my sponsor. It's one of those kind of like, you get a time to brag for real. And it's good because it's bragging not only on yourself, and it shows like, damn, that means you must be doing something right. You must really be posting. You must really be helping the brand. But it's helping to brag on that brand as well, because it's like this brand trusted this person enough to be able to X, Y, and Z. So it's pretty much just a win-win situation for everybody. But being that person, especially as an artist or a brand who is trying to get more exposure, you have an opportunity to kind of capture somebody else's fan base. That's exactly what you need. Depending on how your partnership is set up, you might get paid. You might get access to exclusive events, merchandise, or perks that can just help you overall. Dope thing with No Heart No Hustle, like every time I get somebody to use my code, I'll get a little cash app type thing. And I really just be like, man, don't send me a cash app for real. Just put it towards whatever's about to come out next so I can get it. But the fact of being able to see like cash app, somebody use your code from a brand type thing who is already making sure that I'm good is like, that feel real dope. But it also made me know that like people are paying attention to what we're doing and what we're trying to post, but then also like, this is what we're trying to increase. So that little like 5, 10, whatever, how much it might be, that's showing me like, that's how many people are actually listening to me. That's how many people are actually like wearing this because I told them it was dope type thing. It's almost a satisfaction of knowing like you're doing your job the right way. So it's when you do it the right way, it opens you up for more opportunity, for more collaboration, because it's already proof that like, well, one person trusts you enough with the product and you're doing that. So that shows me that you are a trustworthy person that I could also work with. So it opens the doors to not only more brand ambassadorships, but more sponsorships, more partnerships, more cohesive things that can be created, just like this webinar right now. You feel me? Like this is something that we've been wanting to do for a minute. It just took us a minute to get our own brains together for a while, but just going back and forth and being like, yo, we really got to teach them how to do this. Because Crew will hit me and be like, yo, they keep sending me music. And I'm like, well, tell them this. So, man, I sent them to your page. It's like, all right, let's teach them how to do this. But if we wouldn't have collaborated for as long as we have, again, not only on the business side of the brand, the personal side, just as us, but as us being creators and are seeing the next level of people coming after us and like, okay, how do we make them better? How do we keep to improving them? How do we keep teaching them? Because as at least for me, I can complain or I can teach them how to do it the right way. So this is even a situation that shows like, just keep collaborating, man, being authentic with each other and then figuring out how to work towards your own goal. And it's going to be a win-win situation.
And a big thing about the collaboration is being able, for me as a brand, when somebody says, I'm looking for this, or like a lot of artists do be needing help. And like at my pop-ups in Houston, I make the most money at music shows because I'm a former music artist. And so of course it speaks to that crowd. And so when I see people that are musicians and they're just kind of out there, I'll be all like, hey, let me send you to Jay Yoko. She's somebody that we sponsor. I trust her with you. And them knowing, hey, she sponsors this person. Okay, I gotta go see what they talking about. You know, that's also making those extra connections. And people look at me like a brand that I can trust. And so if I hand off your name or if I say, No, I literally listen to Ruby Honest podcast. These aren't just people that was buying some stuff and I said, oh, okay, great, you have a podcast. No, they have a great podcast. I have their cards. I put their cards and stuff when I'm like out doing pop-ups or like I have an event tomorrow. I'm giving that out in the swag bags. Like here, these three people from Baltimore have an amazing podcast. Check them out and they'll pay attention to it because it's a cosign for me.
And trust me, the cosigns work. Like the cosigns literally started a fashion war in our little circle for a crew. I don't even know if you know this, but when I first started wearing the brand, right, two of my brothers, Rel Carter and Rod, they were with us, right? So first of all, that first time you gave us a bag, I probably told nobody this for real. Rod took the bag, yo. I never got that bag that you gave us, right? So me and Rel never got our stuff. So it was just God sent that you sent me another pack, right? So now, even to this day, every time we see each other, we like looking each other up and down, like, so how you get that sweatsuit before me type thing. When you get that shirt, well, I just ordered mine and it's become a battle. Like last winter, I went up to New York.
Puffer jackets.
Right. Okay. So me and Ra had the jackets on, and this boy Rel gonna go, sure wish I had a jacket so I could be a trio like y'all. And we like, bro, what you mad at us for type thing? But then it shows it's like, dang, yo, they really trying to wear this shit because we got it on type thing. Like, yo, we're really having a competition and sending each other tracking numbers of how fast we're getting merch type thing. Like, this is wild. But again, it shows that influence of just being able for me to be like, the brand dope, y'all should wear it. Y'all seen it yourself, y'all should wear it. You see me wearing it all the time, I should wear it. You know what? I'm gonna get that then. All right, I'm gonna get one of them. And the next time you see him, he's like, oh shit, he got it for real. I bet that's a win-win type of thing.
Exactly.
So this is I think this might be our last slide before we take questions. So pretty much the last and almost most important one I want people to kind of take with them is creating authentic relationships with brands that fit your lifestyle, right? Is this the one we did already?
Yeah, go to the next one.
That's not right. Secrets, okay, right. Secrets of successful cross-marketing and leveraging each other's brands. So this is what I feel like is important, my bad. Again, find a complementary brand, all right? Find something that fits well with you. Find something that is compelling. Find something that you can create a message behind it. I can create a message behind No Heart, No Hustle because literally when I read it the first time, I was like, that's some real shit. If you ain't got no heart, you ain't got no hustle. And that's literally why I wore it all the time because it's something that I believe, you feel me? But again, it fits my lifestyle. I am a on-the-go person. But I'm also starting to learn that I might be a little bit neurodivergent. So it messes with me as far as sensory and how things feel. So I'm very sensitive about where I shop and the type of t-shirts I wear. It has to fall a certain way. My sweatpants I'm real anal about it for real. But that's why I stay so reliant on the brand because I already know I don't have these problems with that brand. And the relationship that we created, crew will literally be like, nah, man, I'm sourcing something else because I don't like how, you say that itch or something, and I don't like that type thing. So that's that personal relationship that you create when you really become somebody who finds a brand that actually complements you and fits your lifestyle, but it's also sellable because it's real, y'all. It's real. The authenticity behind all this shit is the key for real.
That's real. That's a huge thing is like just that lifestyle portion because even we sponsor a football player, a women's football player. She wears our stuff all during practice to the point where last season, I was going to their games with bins of stuff and setting up outside after the games because it was so many players that was contacting me. I got to the point of, you know what, I'm gonna just be there. And so that was the compliment to the brand, and also just having like the goals and the objectives. Do we have the same outlook on things? What are you trying to achieve through the partnership? Are you trying to increase brand awareness, drive sales, create a more positive brand image by setting clear goals but by setting clear goals and objectives, you can ensure that both brands are working towards the same end result and can measure the success of the partnership more effectively. And so the whole thing is like what are you trying to do? Are you really just trying to make some money? Or are you trying to get out there? Like, what does your brand represent? Like, what is your part? What are you willing to give for this brand? And what are you looking to receive? What are the expectations here? You have to make that clear when it comes down to even choosing a brand. Like, what do I expect even before I start looking for a brand? What am I looking for in reality?
And then again, the most important part to me is make sure you collaborate on the content for real, right? First and foremost, and this is why I have this at the bottom in the bold, post the damn content, all right? Post the content, plain and simple. Don't expect any recognition if nobody sees you in it. Sending a text message and saying, I wore it today, does nothing for real. Post the content, folks. Geotag the content. That means if you're in a different city, state from Houston, Texas, put where it's at because it shows the growth for the brand. Use the hashtags. If you're at an event, put the event that you might be at. All that helps the brand grow. So the more that you collaborate on the content and promotion, again, the more believable it is. So if you guys are doing social media marketing, like, and you do the, what is it now? Invite a collaborator or something where it shares on both pages. Utilize that, you feel me? Make sure that you're making content that highlights both brands. So it doesn't need to so much be focused on one thing. It shouldn't just be the whole reel, shouldn't be a frame right here of the logo. Like, make it believable in a situation where, again, it's a win-win. But the whole goal is to amplify that brand and impact each other's brand by creating content that it can be used cross-marketing, right? It can be used against both platforms, whether it's any social media, whether it's on a website, whether I have Cruise logo on my website, which I'm almost positive I do. It's right there by my sponsors. Small things to make sure that people know that we're together. Everybody knows when I'm going on tour, I'll literally sometimes post in my story, I'll spread shit out on the bed and be like, which No Heart, No Hustle shirt am I taking to, DC, or what sweatpants am I wearing when I go to New York type thing. It's just to literally prepare people and let them know, like, this is part of my life, literally. And when you are able to adapt a brand like that, again, they believe in you more. They see the value that you're creating. They see your influence, and they're going to continue to support you. And when they continue to support you, it's just more ideas that you can get to. Like, we never know what we're going to do next now that we are, like, we know we got this far. It's like, all right, back. What else can we do type thing? It's going to be continuous growth because we actually just genuinely believe in each other's brands and support it with no type of expectation, no type of monetary behind it, just off of on some like real respect and appreciation for the brands that we've created.
And a big thing for me as a brand is tagging. I don't care how many times you've worn that shirt. Tag me every single time, because you know what? You've worn that shirt 7 times in like the last month, and you've posted a video 7 times in the last month with that shirt on. However, that works for me because people know that's quality. You're wearing that over and over and over again. You know what? Let me go check out this brand. And I'm constantly posting over and over and over again. They're like, I keep seeing this face. Let me go see who exactly this is. So that tag does so much. That invite a collaborator does so much for both brands. Like, it's a necessary thing. I know it may seem like it's an annoying thing, like, man, why I gotta tag you every single time? Doesn't matter. Just tag it every single time. Doesn't matter how many videos you do it. People gonna get tired of seeing you in that shirt. They're gonna get tired of seeing you in that logo, and they finally gonna ask, who is this? Mm-hmm. And then that's how things start to happen.
That's exactly what you want. And it's like, even though I don't think anybody should be tired of tagging. For me, it's such a 2 to 3 second action that can literally be exposure for a brand that they could have never gotten. You feel me? Like, that's how you kind of got to think of stuff as micro. It's like, it takes you 3 seconds to hit add tag and add this brand and be able to show this brand off to 500 people who didn't know it existed quite yet. That's the value that you create. But again, it's important to make sure that you do your part as being a brand ambassador and make sure that you're doing your job as a brand ambassador so you can provide just a cohesive amount of support for each other's brands, and that way you don't feel burnt out as, oh, I'm posting too much, they don't appreciate me. The brand themselves doesn't feel like, yo, they're using me for free merch. You never want anybody to feel like they in value. So if y'all make sure that y'all support each other equally, it's a win-win situation for everybody. So I know we gave a lot of info in a real short time. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free, raise your hand. That way you can come show your face, let everybody know who you are. Or if you want to be shy, you want to type it in the chat, ask us now. Y'all know how I feel about webinars. Don't ask me nothing after I get out of here. It's going to come with a price. Say, nah, but definitely ask us now. That way we can get anything clarified. It doesn't have to be related to this brand. You might be trying to get a jewelry sponsorship. You might be trying to get a sponsored by, Chevy for a car type thing. Like, just ask whatever questions you might have. That way, hopefully we can see some announcement that you all are now, brand ambassadors or sponsored by X, Y, and Z. Nobody? We quiet tonight? Oh, I was about to say, y'all already know. TD, unmute yourself. Come on, show your face if you want.
Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing today?
Good, my guy.
I appreciate you.
Pretty good. Well, I'm T Denzel T. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm an artist. My question right now is, when do you think it's too early to look for sponsors or brand deals? Like, if you're just, I wouldn't necessarily say starting out, but still building your own brand and getting your own reputation, would you focus more on doing that, or would you try to do that and also look for branding and sponsors while you're building yourself?
Can I answer a question with a question?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like you can bring value to that brand?
That's a good question.
And if so, how?
Mm-hmm.
I said, and if you can, how can you do that? I feel like if you can answer those two questions, then go for it. But if you can't answer those two questions as far as what value can you provide and how can you do it, I wouldn't try it until I was able to answer those questions, because that's the first thing that a brand is going to ask you.
Okay, that makes sense.
I know for me as a brand, if you came to me like as a new artist, I really want to see if you working. Like what are you doing? Like, are you performing? Are you just sitting at home? Like, are you actually putting out music? Is your music on Spotify? Is it on Apple Music? Like, are you honestly serious about your craft and what you're doing? I pay attention to that. So like she said, what type of value can you bring? Like that's a big thing. And also, like, how focused are you on exactly what you're doing? Because like I said, I comb social media, so I'm paying attention on, are you really out there getting it, or are you just one of those that, oh, I'm a rapper?
Not that I'm a rapper.
She's not wrong. A lot of people do that.
Hell, oh, we know, trust me. We go through it all the time. Any other questions, folks? I'm so late to this chat. Oh, all right, no questions. So, crew, let me ask you this. Are you currently looking for any brand ambassadors?
So we are currently in the market for brand ambassadors. With my brand, we look for people that hustle. I want somebody that's going to work. Like I said, I need for you to be a hustler, and it don't matter what type of hustler that you are. Like I said, we got barbers, the chick that do my locks. Like, I got this nice, lady that cleans houses, but she always cleans in my stuff. Hey, so are you hustling? Like, what are you doing? Do you actually wear my brand, or are you just looking for something for free? Because that is a big thing, especially with clothes. People, as artists, especially that exposure word, I don't understand. I speak in currency. I don't understand what exposure is. And also because I used to be an artist, I already know the game. I had 3 sponsors under my belt walking out the rap game. I did South by Southwest. I've done it all. I've ran every game possible. So you got to come to us correct. But we are looking for brand ambassadors currently. And the way that we're using it for other brands out there, we're using Shopify collabs. And that's an easy way. Everybody actually should look up Shopify collabs and make you a profile. There are plenty of brands on there, not just No Heart No Hustle, that you can actually apply for brand ambassadorship. They have like a whole catalog of all kinds of brands that you can look up, but it would be great for you to have a collaborator profile already up on Shopify, because that is something that a lot of people use for their shops. And yeah, you can go to us, NoHeartNoHustle.com. Well, shop.noheartnohustle.com and actually fill out to become a brand ambassador, or you can go to our Instagram and the link is there as well.
I would tune in if I was y'all, and if y'all do decide to go to the site and shop a little bit, y'all make sure y'all use that code JYOKO at the checkout or whatever, you feel me, get your little discount on me type thing. But this is exactly what I mean when I'm like, listen, I'm pushing this shit everywhere like it's mine for real. And I'm doing that because I represent this brand like it is mine. You feel me? Like, this is something that one day I want to have an exclusive partnership, but I can't wear no other brand for real. Like, this is, and so crew knows as I'm saying this, y'all remember this on this date, February 22nd. I'm going to the Grammys next year. So you already know what I need to be in while I'm there every goddamn day. I don't care if we got to make a suit out of the hoodies. I don't care what.
Listen,
it's gotta be done.
Always gonna make it happen. And that's also a big thing with people that I actually sponsor that aren't just brand ambassadors. See, sponsorship for me means I'm putting some real money in your pocket because you going that hard for us. Like Shady said, yeah, this is us. Yeah. And they know at this point, I built the foundation, but now that we're building up, this is us. I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for us. And so, that right there where it's all like, no, wherever I'm going, you going. So yeah, that's easy for them to get like exclusive things that everybody else does not have. Like Jay got
everybody died. I was about to tell them.
Don't tell about the last ones. That's all.
Okay. Listen, there are some exclusive ones. They are one of ones, and nobody will ever have them. Like, and they are strictly for Jay. I don't even have a pair of them. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that between Jay and the Rudely Honest podcast that they have that I don't even have. But that's a big thing about sponsorships. They're able to get that exclusive item.
But like, I'm about to go put them on right now just because I know can't nobody else wear them. I had this girl the other day was like, your pants are so cute. And it took me like 2 seconds to be like, yeah, I got it from here. Cause I'm like, damn, what if she trying to get the same ones, bro? Like, what I'm gonna do? And then I finally was like, all right, this the website, bro. And then make sure you use this code and ask her for the ones that Jay got. But I'm side-eyeing her the whole time. We got a question in the chat. Nia asks, if you're trying to create a brand, what are good ways to collaborate?
Might wanna like, in what sense? How to explain that to me?
Nia, what kind of brand are you creating? Can you talk, Nia? Are you somewhere where you can speak, or can you type fast? All right, Nia's hiding, you guys. All right, we're gonna find her later. Let's see if we can find. All right, while I'm looking for Nia, do we have any more questions, comments, concerns, current events Y'all know y'all got that code, right? Let me put it in the chat. Use code.
No, for real. Shop at the game. Shop at the game. Definitely rock with our sponsors because they do make money. I'm really big on making sure that my people get their bread because everybody eats. At the end of the day, just like I got bills, they got bills. Even if, you know what I'm saying, I just buy you a couple swishes. Hey.
Boy, do Cash App be coming in and be rocking. Okay, crew. Somebody said, what made you get out the rap game?
Well, so story short, I moved to Austin and things started going crazy. My first performance actually got me a week at South by Southwest and got me very much paid. The first time that I ever got paid for a rap show after rapping since 2005. I didn't start getting paid until 2013. And that was because I got out of my city. But unfortunately, I moved back in 2016. And then they started telling me that I have to pay for a show. I don't understand what that means. Pay for a show. I get paid, you know, I get deposits and then I get the rest when I get to the venue. So it pretty much became a thing of I'm not doing this Houston thing because Houston is very, very, very different when it comes down to the music scene. And so I was like, I'm not doing it. And I was going to put out a fun album, which No Heart No Hustle was actually a mixtape series. And I was going to put out my final album, No Heart No Hustle. The hoodie started jumping off, and I was all like, well, here we go. And here we are 5 years later.
Win. So I found Nia. We found Nia. Okay.
Okay.
Nia says she's trying to create a fashion brand and she's trying to decide which way to go, I guess, street style or classic women. And her original question was, if you're trying to create a brand, so a fashion brand, what are good ways to collaborate?
Well, first, kind of need to figure out which way you're going, baby. You got to figure out, you know, are you going street style? Or like figure out what is going to be your niche. Like a lot of feminine women get kind of beefed out with me because of the simple fact we don't have girl clothes like that. Like I might release a couple crop tops, but that's all you getting up out of us. Like and that's because that's a lane I'm not trying to go in right now. It's the unisex clothes. You can cut it up, you can crop it yourself and everything. Like, I don't really care once you buy it, it's yours. But you really got to figure out your lane first before you start thinking about collaborating. You got to start at square one. And that's just, what are we doing here? And then also getting everything legally, all of that paperwork. After you figure out what you're doing, get all of that in order. You gotta start building a house before you start, you know what I'm saying, greeting your neighbors and everything like that.
Heavy on that paperwork, yo. Because it's all good until somebody take your shit that you done already worked hard for.
And Jay is somebody that y'all definitely can holler at about paperwork, all kinds of paperwork. Trust me, she's gonna get you right. Even the NDAs, I have NDAs from Jay, and we use those. Trust me, we hand out NDAs. Don't be afraid of contracts. Don't let nobody, scare you out of working the contract.
Please sign a contract, y'all. If y'all need contracts, let me know. I literally was on Twitter today talking about how we got to use contracts more. I don't know what people are scared of. Like I literally told everybody on Twitter, if you need a contract, DM me. I'll give you whatever copy of a contract you need for $10. Swear to God. That's how much I'm literally like. And let me also put, while people are about to ask, like, why am I charging $10? I pay over $1,000 for one pack of contracts from my attorney. All right. So if I'm about to tell you to give me what is that? 1% of what I paid for. I'm just trying to help y'all out for real, because I'm tired of seeing, let me not say I'm tired of seeing, I believe that people can do better, right? but sometimes they can't do better until they know that that's something that they need to kind of increase on. So this is kind of that moment right now. If you've ever been in a situation and you've been like, man, I should have used a contract, I don't understand how to use contracts, this is your conscience talking to you that you need to DM us so we can help you. All right, let this be the message. I gotta get my shit together with these contracts. Let me hit up Jay. So please, y'all utilize us. I probably never introduced myself, and I'm sorry about that, but that's cool. So I'm a consultant in the music industry. I help with artists and label development. I provide label services, mentorships, and consultations in a lot of aspects of the entertainment industry, more specifically the music industry. I love to just teach people how to make their money, how to own their intellectual property, how to become a better brand and a better artist overall. So this is literally what I do for a living, is kind of teach people how to excel type thing. So make sure y'all follow everybody on Instagram. So one quick last little roll call. Make sure y'all put y'all Instagrams in there. If y'all have websites, please drop y'all website. I'm gonna drop everything so y'all know it. Make sure y'all writing down these codes. You got Rudely Honest Podcast. That's one code. Let me get the code right, that way I'm Rudely Honest or Jayoko. If y'all shop at No Heart No Hustle, use one of them codes. Make sure y'all show some love. If y'all are interested in becoming brand ambassadors and you feel like you can provide that value, make sure y'all tap in with the family. Make sure y'all shop with the game, man. This is a Black-owned business. This is a woman-owned business. This is just a business that everybody needs to be supporting type thing, because when you support other people, they're going to support you as well. Make sure that y'all put y'all Instagram. Make sure y'all click everyone in the meeting. That way it just don't go directly to me. So other people can see who you are. Do you guys ever help people recreate their IG to help create their brand?
Well, it's a service that I thought about, but also, time is a social construct at this point. So, for me, that's how life be life. And sometimes I offer it. Other times I'm just all like, I literally do not have the time. Like, I have shorts getting ready to come out.
Yes, this was
something.
Shorts is my season. Nia, I just sent you my email address. So email me. Let me not say I will not be the person that is actually on your Instagram posting pictures and getting you right. I can help you strategize on how to get it right, what aesthetic you might want to go through, X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna just tell you, like I tell everybody else, time is of the essence though. So time is money when it comes to me. If you're willing to make an investment and do a consultation, we can set you up, and we can definitely do some time to kind of structure you and help you get yourself together, figure out what your brand identity might be. That way we can, figure out how to make your aesthetic and switch yourself over. And then of course, we might be able to set you up in the future. That way, maybe you can talk to crew about, building a brand and how it is being, just a woman. Again, we both offer consultations when it comes to learning the creative process. So make sure y'all tap in with us. Let me drop the website again. Make sure y'all shop, please. Shop. Again, this is our job to push the brand. So I don't want to hear nobody about, they're dropping that link. That's what we supposed to do, child. So please make sure y'all shop, y'all support, y'all network with each other. Yeah, man, and keep being great. So one last roll call. Any questions, comments, concerns, current events, announcements?
I will say tomorrow, I know you also have an event tomorrow. Tomorrow in Houston at Foot Locker and OST. If you're in Houston, you know what that is. I will be speaking at the Foot Locker for Behind the Brand for Black History Month. And and we'll just be discussing pretty much, how I started, how I got to where I'm at, and what it is like being a Black woman in the fashion industry.
I don't know if y'all missed that, but I'm gonna put it in the chat again. Crew will be speaking with Foot Locker, goddammit. Foot Lock her, all right? Foot Lock her. I don't like, this is the hype that I get just knowing, like, she told me this a minute ago and I had to be quiet, and it's like, yo, this shit. But I mean, build on the story. Like, you did a pop-up show with them some time ago, and now they're literally asking you to come speak on their panel. That shit is amazing. Like, I'm excited all over again, for real, for real. So if y'all in Houston, please pull up. If y'all not, tap in with her. Just make sure, send us some congratulations, good energy tomorrow. That way we all feel good while we doing this. But for real, I'm proud of you, my guy. That shit's amazing. That shit's fucking amazing, man.
Yes. Y'all, when it comes down to just on that note, on the Foot Locker note, they hit me out of nowhere for a vendor spot last year for Women's History Month. I made sure that I made the connections necessary. Like, I'm a hustler. If I saw them looking, I was like, hey, you know, look at now, you gotta come talk to me. Like, I was calling people off my table. I kept those relationships. I watched where people were going. I was looking at, you know, what parties are they going to? What events are they going to? I'm making sure I'm showing them. I might throw them a little something and say, oh, this ain't even out yet. Take this with you. And I maintain that relationship. I actually found out today that there was 15 people that they were looking at, and I'm one of 5 that made it. You know, I had no idea that my name was even being circulated in this room. And less than a year later, now they're asking me to speak on how big my brand has grown. So it's maintaining those relationships, creating them and maintaining them, and also not being afraid to be yourself, because that's one of the things that they say, yo, we love that you just unfiltered, like you don't care, but you care so much and you can see it. And that's really like why we rock with you and your brand. So make those relationships happen. Like, those connections are important, don't matter what room you're in.
I'm excited. I'm about to go have a drink for you, dog. 1 out of 15, then 1 out of 5, but all of it was just staying true to yourself, dog. Like, if that's not a testament that everybody's need to stay true to themselves, follow your path, and just continue that regardless of what's going on, bro. Like, if you believe in your own brand, everybody else will eventually too, yo. So that was a perfect little outro. Please send me videos. I need firsthand selfies and shit while you there. You know I'm extra, bro. I need to be able to know.
Definitely.
Shit is popping, being able to share, like, yo, look at my dog right now. But I do appreciate y'all on behalf of No Heart No Hustle, myself, J Yoko Entertainment. We appreciate y'all so much for coming through tonight, for spending some time with us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and I thank y'all. Please take this information and be able to embed it into your own self, your own brand, your own artists, your labels. And keep us updated, man. If you become a brand ambassador or a sponsor after this, let me know. That way we can tell everybody, like, yo, check this person out. And again, if you feel like you have that value and you feel like you fit the brand when it comes to No Heart No Hustle, make sure y'all tap, man, and sign up to be a brand ambassador, man. Come kick it with the gang.
Definitely come talk to me. Follow me everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is No Heart No Hustle. TikTok, everything. Everything is No Heart No Hustle. Y'all make sure y'all shop at the game. Use those codes. Get my people paid. And if you're trying to become an affiliate, definitely go to the site, go to the Instagram, fill it out. Let's chop it up.
Yeah, appreciate for y'all time. And on that note, we out. Peace.